Peace and blessings to the tribe. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Day Trading School. We're still in third grade, still discussing shapes. And today's going to be a great lesson, really fun lesson. Okay, so we're going to continue doing what we've been doing. This is one of my favorite lessons because I use these lines and circles so much. And of course, I connect them. And I want to show you how, these circles, these group of circles can become squares in today's session. All right. So without further ado, we're going to jump right into it, but do me a favor and let me know how you feeling in the chat. I know it's been a long weekend, holiday weekend for those people who are here live. And just do me a favor and just type how you feeling on a scale 1 to 10. And if you're ready for this lesson, type a big unlock too, because I know I'm ready. So I'm gonna type me one big unlock because I'm definitely ready to get this thing going. Okay. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Okay, we got some on an 11. Sherelle said I'm on an 11. Scale 1 to 10. She on a 1. All right. Okay, let's get this thing started. So go ahead and share my screen. Okay, here we go. Cool. So today I'm on a white chart today. I'm gonna go back to USD JPY, see what we was looking at over here. Find it's a good chart to start on, something that's clean. Okay, cool. So right now I'm on AUD JPY. So this is just the Australian dollar, Japanese yen. Don't worry about that right now. Okay, and we're gonna go to a line chart like this. Okay, and all I want to focus on today is how to build a square, because the square is what we call the trap house. Okay, and we want to always know if we in the trap house or out the trap house. Very important. All right, so you're in a trap house if you can find a clear ceiling and a clear floor. Okay, every house has ceilings and floors, right? So if you know how to identify a ceiling and a floor in a house, then you're good. You can make some good money in these markets. Okay, so I'm gonna just go back in time. I'm gonna just go back a couple months, just so we can have, because that's what you can do. You can always go back in time and pretty much change the time, right? You can go back and be like, you know what, I like this. I want to go back and test and see if I was trading in April, what I could have did. Okay, so let's do that right now. Let's go back. Let's say we in April right now, okay? And I'm looking at this chart and it looks like I'm gonna go from March 31st over here all the way to April 26th, okay? Now let's say that this is our chart and we don't know where the market is about to go next. Let's say this is all we know, okay? So what we do is we're always trying to find a place where, the market is kind of always hitting and coming back down. Okay, and that's going to be called our ceiling. Okay, so if I go over here, let's say I stop it right over here in this area right here. So what I would do is I would look for areas like this where it peaks up, come down. What does this shape look like to you?
A triangle.
Right. Yep. Look like a triangle. What about over here? Same thing. A little bit, a bunch of triangles, little mini ones, but we call these peaks. Right. So these peaks right here, when you see one, all you do is just put a little circle on it just to let us know, like, okay, here's a little area. I like to make these ones at the top purple, and I'm gonna make the ones at the bottom green. You're gonna see what I mean. So this one right here, I'm gonna make it purple. Okay, so this right here was a peak. Okay, very important right here. It came and did the same thing right here too. Okay, so what I'm looking for is when the market goes up, comes down. That right here, this is a very important point. It does it again right here, right here, right here. You see all of these same situations where it do that? Right here, right here, right here, right here, because it went way down here, up here. So you see each one of those? So these right here, they also look like the letter A if you look at it. Okay. Yeah, without the slash. Or you could say it's an upside down V, because a V looks like this. So you can just say that it's an upside down V, which looks like that. That's another way. That's another way that you can call it that. So we can call these a few different things. Peaks, okay? Because that's like a peak on a mountaintop. You ever seen a mountain or a group of mountains and they look like this? Right? Yes. Yeah. So once you see that, you're like, whoa, that's like a, and then this is the peak part of the mountain. This is the peak. This is a peak. And then down here is what you call a valley. So if you hiking through the mountains, you walk up to the peak and you walk down into the valley. Okay, so we got the peaks and the valleys. And then later on, you're gonna learn that 2 peaks is equal to what? M. Yeah, that equals an M, all right? And this is a pattern right here, popular pattern. So you gotta get used to seeing these peaks. Start with 1 peak, all right? Start with 1 upside down V, or start with 1A, whatever you wanna call it. And then it'll translate later on into a M, right? Really cool. And the same thing on the bottom down here, if you notice, right, you'll start seeing that you have, 1 second. You have these V's down here. That's a V, you know, that's a V, that's a V, that's a V, that's a V, okay? And these right here represent valleys, okay? And I call it peaks and valleys because when you go mountain climbing one day, you're going to see that this is the peak of a mountain. This down here is the valley of the mountain. Then goes back up to a peak, valley, peak, valley, V, peak, valley. It's just the mountains go up and down, up and down, up and down. And that's the same thing we're seeing here. So let me go ahead and clear this all the way off. And I'm going to show you, right? All you got to do is draw all of your, we're gonna call them A's and V's, okay? A's and V's, connect them with circles, okay? If you can connect these things with circles, you'll be good. So the ones at the top that looks like A's, upside down V's, we're gonna make those a purple circle, okay? So if you can't point over here, if you see any other ones that I didn't get, if you see any upside down V's, just touch it, okay? Yep, over here, good job. Yep. Where? Which one? Right here. Yep. No V, no V. Right now we're doing upside down A's. I mean upside down V's. Okay. Yep. Upside down V's. Yep. Good job. Good job. So to all my parents out there, what I'm doing is I got my son and my nephew helping me out. And they just helping find these upside down V's or peaks, whatever you want to call them, okay? So you can do the same thing with your kids to help them learn how to identify these patterns in the markets. Good job, good job. They finding all of them too. This is good. I'm gonna show you how now, once you can do a circle to find these, now you just connect them with a line. So that's what we're gonna do here next. Yep, good job. So this is just really important. Just mark up, like catch it all, catch them all. And you say, okay, anytime you see a significant level, if it's a small one, like for example, down in here, you don't have to sweat it too much. Okay, those ones you can skip. We're looking for those areas where it really went up and came down a lot. Not like this right here is really too small. I wouldn't make this one a peak because it didn't go down too much afterwards. Okay, it didn't really go down too much. You see that? Yeah, it's really still small. This is the big move. Okay, this is a bigger move. This is a really big move because look how much this went down afterwards. Look how much it went down after. That's a big peak. Okay, so that's what we're looking for. Not these small little ones where it just kind of look like I don't know what we call like a small little zigzag. I guess the difference is you can see little peaks like this, or you can see, you know what I'm saying? Like this is what we're looking for, the big ones, where it goes up and comes down a lot, not just a bunch of these. So if you see a series of these and then you see something like this, Okay, you only want to count these. Don't count this area right here. Don't count that area. Only count this, this, and that. These are the three. Okay. And I will remind you of that over and over again. We just want to only find these significant ones that really go down afterwards. These are the upside down V's that we're looking for. Yeah, a little bit too small right in there too. Okay. All right. So now let's say we got enough of our V's for now. I think we got a lot. But you can always just keep going to make sure you got them all. Once we got all of these, what we want to do next is keep it right here. What we want to do next is we want to try to connect them with the line. Okay. And first, let me also do this because I forgot. So we did the upside down V's. Now let's do the V's. All right. If you see a V, try to mark that V in your head. Okay, good. We're gonna make it green. This one's gonna be different. This one's gonna be a little different. Okay, this one's gonna be a little different. Good job. Which one? Good job. Good job. If you in the chat and you seeing these V's, upside down V's, just if you follow me, type unlock. If you got any questions, type the question mark for me. Like this one right here. You see this V in here? See this V in here? See this V in here? Okay. See this V right here?
So small peaks won't count. Like small A's, but small V's count.
Nope. You see a small V somewhere that I use? No, this is, look at this. So I know, so he asked, was this a small V right here? This one right here? The reason why it's not small is because look how far it went up afterwards. Look at this. It went up a lot. So this is the V right here. This is the shape that you got to see. It went down, up. Do that look small?
No.
Yeah, that's pretty big. So you got to see where it continued at. What made you think it was small?
Because
oh, in this area right here, right? But this is the, you got to think of it like this was the top. It went down to this area, and then it went up to this area. So you connect them right here. So this is a, remember, this is a peak up here, and this is a peak. So what's the middle point? That's this one right down here. Cool, cool. Good question. Good question, though. Okay. Your signals are looking great this morning for sure. We're gonna talk. T.5 is going great. They said, good job, fellas. Okay, cool. So now let's start connecting some of these. Okay. So what I would do is I want to connect the purple ones with either a diagonal line or horizontal. Okay. Remember, horizontal means what? Right. Left to right, side to side. That's horizontal. You're gonna see it's a little bit tricky, all right, at first, but then you're gonna get used to it. And then this is a what line?
Diagonal.
Thank you. Good job. Am I spelling that right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, and this is a diagonal line. So, and this is a, what else is this right here?
Horizontal. No, diagonal.
Exactly, another diagonal line. Yep, just a different way. Okay, so remember, it can go diagonal up or diagonal down, and we can go horizontal. It's just left to right, so it don't really matter. Okay, and that's it. So these are the three lines that we can use to try to connect these circles. So if you can find where these circles connect with a diagonal or horizontal line, we're good. All right, so let me know if you see anywhere where we can connect these things with lines. Good job. So Jaden just found this one right here. Instantly, boom. Y'all see that? real quick. I just want to make sure everybody see that. Y'all see that?
Diagonal.
Ooh, good one, Miguel. Good one. Good, Miguel. So Miguel said we can connect here. Good job.
You could do this.
If in the chat, if you see this, guys, in the chat, just want to make sure we all good. You see those two so far? Which ones? Purples. Good job. Good job. Yep. Let's do this again right here. Pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty good. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So let's do, you see these green ones? What about these green dots? Anything you see that could be connected? Yeah. Yeah, that's good. Down too, right? Yeah.
And then another diagonal up and then diagonal there.
Yeah. And then here goes another one coming up here. So what I like to do is I'll show you what colors. When it's green ones being connected, I like to make the color of the line green. When the purple ones are being connected, you can make it purple or you can make it red. It doesn't really matter, okay? But I like to use different colors to let us know what are we currently looking at.
And then do a straight one to connect them. Do a straight one to connect.
To connect which ones? Where? Which ones?
These two.
So this is what I really want you to focus on. When we connecting, we need at least 3. Okay, we only want to connect when we have 3 lines, 3 circles that connect. So for example, this was 1, 2, 3. That connects. Here's again. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Over here. This one had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Great. Okay. Down here we got one. What will we do with these 3?
Crossing.
Horizontal or vertical? Or diagonal. Sorry.
Horizontal.
Good job. Yep. Horizontal. Yep. So you connect those like this. And I'm gonna make that green. Okay. So now this is really key right here. Okay. Once you find the area where you got, look at this, 2 horizontal lines, green and red. Y'all see that? This is very important. Do you see right here where these is connecting? You see these 2 lines?
Yeah.
This is right. So what shape looks like that where it has a straight top and a straight rectangle? Yes, good job.
So you're making.
So this right here is now your trap. Yep. So that's how you connect it right there. So this is our newest trap. So if you were trading in the market, you just, once you got a rectangle, that's a trading strategy. Okay. This is very important right here. If you see that rectangle, type unlock in the chat for me. Perfect, perfect. It's very, very important, right? This is going to be so key. If you can find this rectangle in these markets, it's going to make so many more positive trading opportunities. So many more positive trading opportunities. So remember what we did, just to recap. Thank you to everybody who's seeing it. If you got questions, let us know. As a quick recap, we drew our purple circles to talk about what was happening at the top, which was our upside down V's, our peaks. That's first. So I'm gonna put that up here. Oops. Put that here. Okay, cool. So we started off with find our peaks, which are upside down V's. Okay, that was first.
I look so dark.
Right, let's put some white on. That look better?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So first we're gonna find our peaks. And then next, we find our valleys, which is really just V's. Okay, And then what do? Well, first we got to connect our circles with a line, with a horizontal line or vertical line. Connect our purple circles with the red lines and connect, or purple lines. I'm gonna just put purple lines for now. Any colors you want, but you can stick with these for now until you get used to it and pick your own. Okay, cool. Was that fine? Was that something that you think we can do again and again? And I'm gonna show you how much money you could have made by doing this correctly, okay? So we just gotta find our peaks, which is our upside down V's, find our valleys, which is just the V's, connect them with lines, okay? And then, delete this one right here. And then if you find anywhere where you got a purple line and a green line, both going horizontal, do anybody remember the term of when you have two lines that run like this? They don't connect. You might remember this from math class. Two lines that don't cross each other and they run in the same direction. It starts with a P.
Parallelogram.
What? No, you close.
Parallel.
Yes, parallel. Yes.
Parallel. We learned that by the roads.
Yes.
The roads.
Everybody in the chat, have you ever heard of parallel lines? Yeah. So if you heard of parallel lines, then that's what we're looking for right here. Right? Parallel lines is when you have. Remember, we talking about the trap house. Okay. The trap house has a ceiling and a floor. Look, we're over here. We had our ceiling and we had a floor. Once you see a clear ceiling and floor, that's your rectangle. That's two parallel lines. So it's good y'all remember what parallel means. That's good. So now you connect those two, and then two parallel, because a rectangle is made up of those parallel lines. You see it? That's it. That's what we're making right there, is that rectangle. Okay, now let me show you right here what's going to happen. All right, make sure to take y'all notes. Remember to take notes, take screenshots, ask questions. So now this is all you're waiting for. Remember, the main thing is this. This is the price. See this blue line? This is the price. So every day is going up and down, up and down, up and down. And the question is, when do I trade? How do I know when to jump into the market? How do I know when to buy? How do I know when to buy and when to sell, right? And Mike already, after watching a couple of videos and sitting with Coach Jado, he already know you want to jump in when the market is done consolidating. Consolidating, okay, that's very key. Consolidating means the market is just going up and down in a specific area over and over again, in between two parallel lines. That's consolidation. Okay, so in this area, that's what we found out. The market was consolidating in here. Okay, as soon as it breaks out, that's my strategy. I call it a trap house breakout. That's all we waiting for. So if it breaks out the top, we're gonna buy. If it breaks out the bottom, we're gonna sell. Okay, you wait patiently. You don't force it. You don't say, I think it's gonna break out the top. I think it's gonna break out the bottom. As long as you got your floor, which is 3 circles connected, you just wait for it to break out the floor.
What if it break out this part?
If it breaks, Jaden said, great question. Jaden said, what if it breaks out the side, like the walls, right? Every room has a ceiling, a floor, and 2 walls, right? If it breaks out the wall, only thing we do is just make the trap longer. So for example, look right here, it came out the wall. Only thing you do is just make it longer. Okay.
Can you that one too? He go off the top.
Yep. Let's see if I can. I'm gonna go into replay mode so we can see what was about to happen. Okay, so I'm in replay mode right now. So that means that we can watch this one item at a time, one line at a time. Okay, so I'm gonna just press play a little bit and it moves. So right now you do not trade. Okay, nobody trade. Everybody hold your guns, hold your horses. Don't like finger off the trigger. Don't trade. Okay, keep your finger off the buy button. So only thing we do is we just keep on watching. So if you were looking at a chart right now at home or on your phone, wherever you at, you just sitting here waiting, and it's just patiently.
It's consolidating.
Yeah, it's still consolidating. It's still consolidating. So you wait. It might take you an hour. It may take you 2 hours. It may take you 3 hours. But then look, it's going up, right?
So would you count that as going up to ceiling or like?
What do you say?
Tripod's breakout.
Yeah, that's a breakout.
Ceiling.
It went out the ceiling because this was the ceiling up here, right? Remember that red line we drew?
Yeah.
It broke above it. So now this is where you would get in at and you would try to ride it as it goes up. Okay, that's what you wait for. So this is a specific strategy, and we'll learn more about the strategy later. It's really early. This is 3rd grade, and y'all getting a preview. So don't think that you gotta master this right now.
But what if it goes up a little bit and then come back down?
That we can't control that. We can't. So if it do that and you lose, it's okay. That you tried. You did everything you could do. The market do weird things sometimes where it's not perfect, and that's okay. But as long as you did your part, okay? Your part is this: finding clear ceilings. The more circles you got, the better. That's why I say at least 3. If you only had 2 circles and it broke out of those 2, it's probably going to come back in. So that's why it's good to have a strong ceiling, because the strong ceiling means it's having a hard time getting out of it. If it get out of it, it's probably going to stay out of it. So in this situation, let's see if it stayed out of it. Let's just watch it. Whoa, that's going up pretty high.
Going up.
That's going up.
Some going down. It's playing with you.
But it's cool. It's still going. This is a lot of money. So if I show you guys in pips already, that's 140 pips. That's 140 pips. So that could have been, for some of us, depending on how much money you invested, that could have been $14, or that could have been $140, or yes, 1,400. Yes, we gonna make. Listen, y'all, we gonna get this money. 14,000. Imagine if you would have made 14,000 on this one trade.
It's because your pip size, right?
Yep, it's about how much money you invested. So you may not have this much money yourself, right? You may not have $10,000 to invest, but as a group economics, we could put our money together, okay, and actually start to trade and we could have made that much money together. Okay. Great. So that's some good money. So that would have been 140 pips. We'll talk more about pips later, remember. But for now, just know that would have been a successful trade. That would have been a successful trade. So now let's just keep watching. So do you notice anything else now? Do you see any, now that the market has broke out, do you see any new peaks or valleys? Where?
I see one right there.
Yep, that's one already there. What else y'all see?
And then that, yep, like that.
That's a decent one too.
I see that's upside down. Right after the thing.
Yep.
Like while it's going down to the valley.
Yep.
It made.
Yep. Let's keep watching and see what it do. Because remember, we can start to connect them if we see new ones being created. That's what y'all thinking.
Right there. M.
That kind of is an M. Yep.
M.
So we could call that in a second. Let me see. Right where is it? Oh, shoot.
Right. Or you was just putting it. Yeah, right there.
Okay, let's keep on going and see what it do. That's another V, I think.
Yep, that's a V. No.
Okay, cool. So remember, if we see three that connect,
it's consolidating.
then we wanna draw a line to connect them. It's okay. That's all right.
So you see how it's just going like that?
It just
Yeah.
If you were to stay in the trade while it's consolidating,
Mhm.
what would it do? Would it
Yeah,
just sit there with your money?
your money is going up and down a little bit. So let's say you would have been up in profit $500, or what we say $1,400. It would have been going in between 1,000 and 1,400. You'd have been up 1,400, up 1,200, up 1,400, up 1,200, up. So you'd have still been in profit, but it just would have been stuck in between a certain point. It's still making these little V's over here, right? These little mini V's is happening. Purple, I see as well. It's definitely back to consolidating. So what do that mean? We could draw what?
Another rectangle.
Yep, exactly. Yeah. First, we got to start with a line. And then we almost got three. We kind of got three right here for the V. This right here is kind of one right here. This one here go one right here too.
Yeah, that's a big person.
That's a good V. So we can connect these ones too. Okay. All right, looking good, right? Looking good, looking real good. Okay, looking good. All right, so we kind of got this right here, right? This is a V, V, V. So we connected those. Okay, we got a upside down V, upside down V, upside down V. So we kind of got like a little trap building. So we can go ahead and draw another one like this. Yeah, while we still in the, while we not in the trade no more. Let's say we out the trade, but we waiting for this. We looking for a new trap house breakout. We got a new trap. Now we want to see if it's going to break out to the top or to the bottom. Okay, so that's why the rectangles is so important. So let's see what it do. Still consolidating. Uh-oh, that's your look. You can move your line over. So remember, okay, don't forget, keep on stretching your lines. You can move stuff over as much as you want until it get broken out of.
Broken at the bottom.
Breaking out the bottom. Let's see if it. So now this is where we now would start looking for sales, and we would try to ride it down. Let's see if it keep going.
It's consolidated.
See if it stay out the trap. It's going. There we go. We in.
It's going down.
That would have been more money. That would have been more money, y'all, right there. 115 pips. 115 pips.
Lost or
Win. So remember last time we got 114 pips,
yeah.
and we said it would have been $14, $140, or $1,400. This one you could have won 15 bucks, 150 bucks, or 1,500 bucks, depending on how much you invested. So that's good. Now think about that. We made money as it broke out the ceiling and
Broke out the bottom.
Broke out the floor. Exactly. So that's crazy. That's beautiful. That's money that you can make as the market goes up and goes down. So you don't care if the market is going up or down, right? They can say recession, recession. Y'all might not really know what that means right now, but to my people in the tribe, they know. A lot of them, they adults, they didn't heard the recession word being thrown around a lot. For us, that doesn't matter because we can make money if the market is going up or going down. All right, so if you peep that trap house breakout from the floor, definitely type unlock in the chat so I can know if you saw that coming or if you saw it once the breakout happened. If you feel more confident about drawing these traps, right? If you feel confident about drawing these circles, these peaks and valleys, definitely type a 1 in the chat. Type a 1 in the chat. Your confidence is boosting. Good job, y'all. Good job. Let's try to do one more. Okay, let's try to do one more. Let's see if we can follow along and see what happens. Remember, we don't know what's to come. So when it breaks out, only thing we want to do is just keep drawing circles. All right, keep connecting these circles. Yep, with lines. So let's see what happens if we can find a new V or new A. When it breaks out, look right here, we take our money and go. Okay, we take our money and go, and now we just waiting for new V's and new A's. Yep. Then once we got 3, we connect. You say this is more right here, right? We give that one. Yep.
Look how far that just went down.
Yeah, for real.
That's like 200 pips.
Mm-hmm. Yep, another one.
Another M.
My boy Miguel, your name start with an M too. You're gonna be finding all the M's. So we looking for, I see another one kind of here too. So we looking for like, I think I kind of see a downwards line happening, but we're looking for sideways. We're gonna get to that later.
The smallest M I ever seen.
You see it in there, right? Yep.
The down, on a down trip. See how much pips that was?
Yo, altogether, if you would have stayed in this trade from right here, 325 pips.
I'm dead.
Beautiful.
So you would have got $32 if your pip size was low.
Yep. Or 3,200. Yep.
I'm dead. No.
So this market is just trending down. It's just going down further and further and further. But we're gonna wait. We're gonna wait to see it come up and start to help us build a new trap. But this is a strategy too. We're not gonna talk about that in this lesson. We're gonna talk about it in the next one, where you can. It's a different kind of breakout. Look, let's keep on drawing them. Let's keep drawing them. If they're at the bottom, the V's, we're gonna do green. If it's at the top, we're gonna do purple. Y'all seen anything yet? Any lines that could be connected?
Yep. I see a V. Yep. Right. Oh, you already see that. I did.
Yeah, we're looking for a straight line, a horizontal line where we can connect circles. So let me know if you see a horizontal line where we can connect the circles. This was one right here. Here goes another one down here, guys. So I feel like I see a ceiling being built. Anybody else see it?
I see the line. But come here, trap.
Where?
Didn't snap.
Yep, exactly.
So what's my trap right there?
This could have been a decent trap area right here. We'd have had to wait because this one right here was really low.
Oh.
So it'd have been tough to really make this a trap. But we're gonna talk about this in a couple lessons. This is called a zone because it could have worked. It definitely could have worked. But instead of a straight line, what you would have did was you would have drawn a rectangle and said, this is your floor. It's a thicker floor. So it's still a line, right? But it's a little thicker because we know like anywhere in this area, you want to be careful. And you're right, it would have broke out. But we're not gonna work on that right now. We're looking for the clear ones because we're still early, we're still beginners. So we still want to just look for the clear areas where it broke out at.
I see a V.
Where?
Right there. Talk about it.
Okay, cool. Looks like another good one. Still kind of making another ones. All right, and then we also remember we had this over here, so we hitting something. Okay, so y'all see it overall. So in this situation, you can draw a rectangle too, because you got at this floor, it's a lot happening, but you can see a clear area, right? Somewhere in here, you could draw it like this, kind of like this. It's somewhere in this area is like a trap. So overall, all of this, you could just put this into one big square. one big rectangle like this, one big rectangle. You could say,
So it's a big.
over these days, the market is just stuck in this trap. It just won't move from this area. It's always somewhere in this area, okay? Okay, it's not perfect, and this is what I was trying to show you. If you go over here, this one looks very clear, very clean, nice. This one over here look very clean, very clear, nice, right? This one over here, a little bit, you can see it. The ceiling looks clear, the floor is kind of there, but we had like some leaking, right? Imagine you got a house that's kind of old, and then for a second, it leaked out. It leaked out for a second, but then somebody came and fixed it, and now it's back where it's supposed to be. So this is a little, this is a bug. This is a little leak at our house where we're gonna have to call somebody to fix it. It wasn't a full breakout. It was just a leak. And remember, Jaden, that's why I said you don't have three. If you don't have three clear circles that connect, then it's not really a strong floor.
Yeah. So this is
right.
About one.
Yeah, but this right here, if you wanted to, you could have called this a clear floor. Look at this. 1, 2, 3. That looks like a clear floor. But at the same time, you got to go back. So we just gonna call it this whole area, and we just gonna say, let's just be careful in this whole area. Now let's watch it and keep and see what happens. Uh-oh, we going out that ceiling. Going out. Let's see if it keeps going up.
Oh,
It went back in. Now let's just see how far it go in, because this could be a test. It breaks out, test back in, and let's see what it does.
It's a lot of money going up. No, it's just consolidating. Yep.
Whew, now look at this. It's kind of consolidating in a new area. How much was this breakout first? Let's see how much this was worth right here. Oh, this is good. 136 pips.
That did not look like that.
It didn't look like 136 pips, but that was a lot. So yeah, that was one trade right there.
How much is this one?
And now we're waiting for the new trap to be built, which was, it came up here and made a new peak. Okay. And it's trying to make some new valleys. Yeah, but it's trying to make a new floor down here too. But not just yet. The floor is still a little weak because the floor only has 2 connecting lines. But this top right here is looking pretty good. Okay. So then let's just see what happens. Let's wait this out. Boom. Oh, that floor was weak. That floor was weak.
Consolidating.
Yep. So it broke out of this little weak house. This is a weak house right here. And then it broke out, and let's see how many pips it made.
But the person moving.
89 pips. Nice.
What about from there?
Where?
Up there.
If you would have started up here?
Yes.
190.
101.
90. Let's see what would it did. I want to see where it would have ended. Would it continue down or continue up? It's consolidating heavy. That whole day was consolidation, and then it worked its way. So this would have been a new trap. So eventually you're not even gonna have to draw the circle. Consolidation and accumulation, the same thing. Yeah, definitely. You can call them the same thing. Yeah, but accumulation helps you think of it a little bit different. Like what's happening, right? People are accumulating their position. They're buying and stacking up on it. But it's the same thing as consolidation, meaning just that the market isn't moving a lot. So different definitions, but they are happening at the same time. Yep, Nicole said, I love the example. Don't expect them all to be perfect and line up exactly. Yes, because you'll get frustrated. You'll get frustrated if you start to think that every single trap is going to be perfect. They're not all going to be perfect. So it's good to be able to see some examples where you got a little leakage, okay? Or you might got a little hole in your ceiling and it breaks out a little bit. It's okay. Give yourself a little room. Overall, this is still the ceiling, but it got a little bit of extra cushion at the top. This is the floor, but we got a little extra cushion at the top. It's a thick floor, so you just drop it down a little bit. Please, y'all, watch this video over and over again to make sure you got that. Give yourself some flexibility. It's okay if your trap gets a little bit higher, like we did here. At first, this was the trap ceiling because most of the circles are over here. But extend it a little bit. You still got money to make when it breaks out over here. So right here, it was consolidating again, and then finally, boom, it broke out again. Yep, it broke out again, and then
Consolidated.
look, it's kind of staying above this trap. So it's trying to see, is it gonna go back in the trap or make a new trap? And it looks like, I'm gonna keep extending it and see.
Right. Still the same.
Yeah, it looked like it's making a new trap. Yep, so there we go. So this trap is done. This trap is done. So pretty much this was a breakout from right here. From here up to here, 182 pips. 182 pips. So that was this. So this was the breakout right here. You know, and you knew it by all of these little small, you know, like this was a small trap, but it was building for us the whole time. Okay. Sometimes what may help is if you extend this and make it a little taller so you can really see the V's.
I can see a lot more.
Yeah, you can see a lot more depending on how you stretch the chart out. So we had our little floor right here. And then lastly, we had our little ceiling right here connecting with these three circles right here. Okay. And once it broke out of there, we were good. Okay. Does the time frame we use matter for this exercise? No, it does not. Time frame does not matter because you can find traps on the 1 minute, the 5 minute, the 15 minute, the 4 hour, the daily. You can do this over and over and over again. This is why I love this strategy, is because it's all about just finding those peaks, valleys, those A's, upside down V's, whatever you want to call it. And once it breaks out, if you do it right and you really find like 3 solid points, your confidence could be way higher for jumping into a trade. And y'all see, like, this has happened. How many times in a row did we just do this? 1. So this would have been 1 trade. 2.
3, 4.
Came down here again. 3,
4, 5.
4, 5. 5 trades. Let me see how many days this was, so I can show you. It started where? Right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we started right here on April 11th, and we would have went all the way to May 3rd. So that would have been about 20 days. So in 20 days, you made 5 trades, right? And if each one of those trades you made, let's say $100, that would have been $500. And that's $500 that you could have did working from home, working from on a beach, right? Working on you could have been on a plane. You could have been anywhere you want in the world that has internet. As long as you have internet, you could have made these trades. You didn't have to be in somebody's warehouse. You didn't have to be standing up at McDonald's at a cashier spot. You didn't have to be cleaning up somebody's poop at a freaking hospital. Ooh.
Clean up old people.
Yeah, you ain't got to do none of that. All right, you could just learn how to find circles, squares, horizontal lines, diagonal lines, and you could start making money. Okay, so I hope y'all learned a lot from this session. As you see, we started with something really simple, which was finding our peaks, finding our valleys, connecting our peaks with purple lines, connecting our valleys with green lines, trying to find parallel lines. If you could find a parallel line connected by purple circles and a parallel line connected by green circles, you can draw a rectangle, and our rectangle is what we call our trap house. Once you know you have a trap house, all you're going to do is sit there patiently and wait for a trap house breakout. So I want you to practice this over and over again. Just go back and just keep on looking back and just finding this over again and over and over, okay? So I'm gonna take a screenshot of this for us. Thank you everybody so much for being here, for watching this video over and over again. If you have questions, reach out to us in the community. You know we got you. Until further ado, you already know, keep that energy right, keep vibrating higher. Peace, unlock.
A lot.